to episode 73 of the Arya Bark Podcast. My name's Caroline and I'm coming to you today from my home in Fife in Scotland. If you're a new viewer, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. It's great to have you here. Oh, it's been a wee while. I had hoped to record last week, however, stuff got in the way. I was supposed to record this weekend and it didn't. Yeah. So it's now Monday. I have literally just finished work and I thought, you know what, if I leave it until Friday to record, then it's going to be a month. So I'm here. What I'm wearing? I am wearing my favourite top ever. This is the summer t-shirt by Vera Sannon. I'll leave links down below. And knit this using Drops Cotton Merino in shade 21, which is Heather. Love it. Absolutely love this top. Not done, considering I've been away 3 weeks, I've not done that much knitting. Job is going well. Today I officially finished my training. Yeah, that was fun. So we go live tomorrow. Wee bitty nervous, not going to lie. You can find me on Ravelry as either Arya Bark or my personal account, which is Sultra. We have our Ravelry group, which is the Arya Bark Podcast. We have an Instagram page, which is Arya Bark Designs. We have a Facebook page, which is Arya Bark Designs. And we have a Ko-fi page, which is Arya Bark Designs. We are running 2 make-alongs at the moment. The first one is the ABD StashSmash 2023. Again, I'm going to keep this running. It starts on the 1st of January, ends on the 31st of December. If it can be measured in metres, then it counts. Questions. I have remembered to open up the link. What I'm doing differently this year. Previous years, you've had one post and you put all your makes in that post. I'm doing away with that. Once you're finished it, put it in. That's it, done. It makes it far easier for me to pick when things have been posted. So obviously I can go in and mark off the posts that were in January. Makes it so much easier. Have set the links up on... Did I set the link? I'm pretty sure the links are there for Instagram. The links for Instagram and the Ravelry page will be down below. The other make-along that I am running this year, well, there will be other ones, but these are the 2 that are on just now, is the ABP Star Flanket knit-along. So that's KAL. It starts on the 1st of January, ends on the 31st of December. You can make it anytime during that time. The chat thread and the FO threads have been opened on Ravelry. That one I'm pretty sure the threads, the word's gone. Hashtags have been sorted on Instagram. I don't care what you make it out of. Make-alongs for me are going to be pretty lax. I do not have the time to be going in and checking that it was definitely started this year. I don't care. Star Flanket technically should have been started this year. What I would say is if you're no more than if you're no more than halfway through, you can still count it if it's been started before. Depending on the uptake, we'll either do monthly pattern prizes and quarterly physical prizes. Now, our post is still slightly dodgy. So I think what I'm going to do is contact the winners for either a shop local to them or look at somewhere local to that person, have it sent, prizes sent out that way. That way it cuts down on postage, and because it'll be easier trying to send stuff that way. So that's my plan. I have made up a few shops that I'm planning on using in certain areas, which was part of what I did weekend. This week we have coming in, going out, StashSmash whips and lined up. Spendy McSpendy Pants is back with a vengeance. Just going to say, I'm not even going to say that I'm sorry that she's back. I have been having lots and lots of fun buying from friends. I am very lucky to have some very talented maker friends, and it would just be unkind not to support their endeavours. That is my excuse, and I'm going to stick to it. In this week's podcast, I am pretty sure I didn't update that, and I'm pretty sure it's just in. Yeah, it's pretty much done, so I did update it. Bought myself a nice new monitor for work. It's massive. However, it's got an HDMI cable, which means I can put it into my laptop and I can have it up and it goes massive and it's great. Anything else? No, that's it. Timestamps for each section can be found in the description box below. So, the first purchase that I made, now I think I brought this up on the last podcast, that I had been gloating that I bought from all my crafty friends, and realised that there was one particular friend that I kept saying that I was going to go on and buy stuff because her stuff is just gorgeous, then forgot and hadn't done it. So I kind of made up for it because now I'm obsessed. So I'll show you the first thing that I bought. The other one's up there, so I'm not going to. First thing I bought was this. Now, I've already skinned these up because when I got it, I thought, oh, they're going to be vanilla socks. I'll have them skinned up ready to go. I've not finished the last ones. So, this is from Denise at Dear Designs. It is, and it would help with the problem I have, right, is my work camera is at this side of my screen, and this is my iPad and it's on the other side. 2 seconds just to go put over. So the first thing that I bought was this. How lovely is that? Now this is from Dear Designs. Here we go. There's Denise's details. Denise's shop is linked down below. This is Fairy Lights. This is DK. It's a 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. It's stunning. Love it. These are going to be vanilla socks. These are going to be added to my vanilla sock. No vanilla sock. No vanilla sock. Christmas sock pile. Because I want to make more Christmas socks. So these were purposely bought to make Christmas socks. So stick this here because that one need to go back in the bag. So that was the first thing I bought. Then I spent about 45 minutes to an hour trying to decide on which other ones that I wanted. Now, I could have made it really easy for myself and just went spendy. However, at that point I knew that I had to buy a new monitor, so I had to watch what I was doing with my money. So, the next one that I bought, now this is 100 grams, I've only got 50 here. Again, from Denise. And this one is called Bright Pumpkin. How stunning is that? Like, it's got bits of green in it. And Absolutely gorgeous. Now, I get paid next week. I'm pretty sure I get paid next week. And I've already got a list. Absolutely love it. So these are going to be some sort of socks. I've not quite decided yet. There's a couple of patterns that I've seen. These are in the undecided pattern. Start again. This is in the undecided box that I've not quite... Oh, something's just popped into my head. So yeah, love them. So I'm going to stick this back over here. I'm going to stick that back in before I lose it. As you know, I am taking part in the Dear Designs Year of the Sock 2023. I'll leave details above and down below. So I did, obviously, going out, I'm going to finish something. I've finished the January socks and I entered them. I actually remember to enter them this time. I normally forget. And so I'd noticed Denise's reel and had gone on to look at it. And I was like, oh, there's my socks. Yay! Thought nothing else of it. I just thought Denise liked my socks and was sharing it. As you do. And this is why you don't look at Instagram while you're working. And I think it was later on that night we had Zoom. And then he said, oh, did you see my post? And I was like, oh, thanks very much. I did. Thanks for sharing them. And she was like, what? No, you won. I was like, oh. That part completely just, not the brightest. So, what I won from Denise is this mini skein. I love that. That is stunning. And a progress keeper with my initial on it. This is now what Ryan calls me. He calls me C3. So thank you very much, Denise, for that. That's going to go into my... I was contemplating making a blanket that's just all stuff for my friends, a bit like Mandy's. So I haven't quite decided whether that's going into my scrappy projects or if I'm just going to have it solely in a project of stuff from friends. The next prize that I won, how nice is that tote bag? And I did message Denise and say the tote bag is absolutely gorgeous. And it just makes me want to cast something else on. However, I do have one of my projects are needing to come out its bag. So I think what I might actually do is move it into this. Now this Denise purchased from the Sussex Snowdrop Trust. Had the compliment slip in it. I'll leave links to them down below. You know me, love a charity. So I'll remember to do that later on. I will leave the details down below to the Snowdrop Trust. Then, now this I'm blaming Mandy for, because if Mandy hadn't mentioned anything, I wouldn't have got suspended. So the next thing that I purchased, can you see that? I like big balls. I'm not gonna lie, I do. So I can put that on my project. Then, I may or may not have went on a wee bit of a Progress Keeper spray. So, we have chocolate milkshake. Absolutely love it. And these are what, when Denise had first said on Zoom about them, I was like, I need them in my life, then forgot. So when Mandy had said about getting some straight on it, like a carb on it, I bought 3. And if there's any more, I'll buy more later on. I've got the beginner round, front, and the back. They are absolutely stunning. And I might actually see if she's got any more, because they are really, really nice. I love them. And the final one I am having to wrestle from Andrew, because he loved this one and tried to steal it. I'm trying not to have it rattling. Can you see that? It's a tin of Red Bull. Cannot drink Red Bull. However, in my youth, I loved Red Bull. Now, these come as either... Do they all come? Yeah, they all come as either a progress keeper or a stitch marker. And they were not anywhere near priced what they're actually worth. Denise, you know my feeling on this. They are really, really reasonably priced. Again, I'll leave details to Denise's shop down below. So that was what I purchased. Is that everything that I purchased yet was? I'm not even sorry. No, will I? I'm not. So the next purchase. Again, not even remotely sorry. No, will I? Where did... I think you all know by now, I am more than a little bit obsessed with my Yarny Corner. I am happy to be a patron of Alex and Danny, and I got my patron mini skein. This is gorgeous. Absolutely love that. It is stunning. Now, may have slightly abused my friend's benefits. I was like, absolutely love that, and that is a full skein. Please. So I have ordered that as a full skein, because it's stunning. So I got that. Then I went on another spending spree. It's not my fault. I have absolutely no willpower. The first one is this. Love it. Absolutely love it. This is wood oak. It is 400 metres, 100 grams. It's a 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. Absolutely love it. So that was my first one. Now I need to squidge down to the bottom, because thanks to my friend Nancy, who is Kitty Scrapper on YouTube. Again, I'll leave all Nancy's details down below and up there. We had gone through, I think the specific question was for what I bought next, and Nancy helped me pick a pattern. Now I think what I might have done is change the pattern that I said I was going to do. However, the next 3, so the wood oak and the next 2 that I bought from Danny and Alex, I am going to be speaking about later, because they are going to be what I make. So, wood oak. Next one, because it's out of order, of course it is this. That isn't nearly that bright. It's really no highlighter pink. But it's still shown as being really, really bright. It's not that pink. It's stunning. Absolutely gorgeous. This is Boy Meets Girl. Again, 400 metres, 100 grams, 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. So that'll go with my other one. And then I bought this. how stunning is that colour. This is Hydro. Again, 100 grams. I was going to say metres, it's not. Let me just start again. It's 400 metres. It's 100 grams. It's a 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. That's going into my Irony Corner C2C blanket. Anything that's left over for that will go into my other scrappy projects. And they are going to be a project together. Because they're gorgeous. Fabulous. My next purchase, good job I'm not on a ban, was all I'm going to say, is from the lovely Mandy at Mouses Makes. Again, it's not that highlighter pink. It is pretty much a pale pink. It is absolutely gorgeous. And there's wee flecks. Can you see that? Wee flecks of blue through it. This one is called Sky Blue Pink. Again, this is 400 metres or 100 grams. It's a 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. It's stunning. Love it. Now, I bought 3. That isn't that red either. They're all coming out a lot darker than what they actually are. So I bought the 3 together. But I'm going to make a project with it, so it doesn't count as stash. Kind of. The next one is this. I would say it's more this colour than the bottom colour, to be honest. Or it might be. I'm colourblind. I don't know. Might be the right colour, might not. I don't know. However, it's stunning. This is Passion. Again, this is a 400 metre, 100 grams, 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. It's gorgeous. And the third one is Romance. This has got more lilac-y, purpley colours in it. Again, absolutely gorgeous. This is 100 grams, 400 metres, 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. Absolutely love it. And I've already picked a project for the 3 then. And I'll speak about that later on. So, I may or may not have brought in 800. Technically, I'm not counting the 20 grams. As I was saying, I'm technically not counting the 20 grams. Well, I have, but I can't help it if Alex and Danny give me a gift of 20 grams every month because I'm a patron. I can't help that. I'll still count it in my totals, but technically it's a gift. So, I have brought in 820 grams and 3,105 metres. Oops. Sorry, not sorry. Just saying. I love all of them. I'm hoping that, with the exception of the bright pumpkin, 2 seconds to put her out. Not that apologetic for bringing more stuff in. As I said earlier, obviously I won the January prize for Denise at Dear Designs Year of the Sock 2023. You need to excuse my sock blocker, Mr. Patchcut Holder. I'll need to try and remember where Andrew purchased it from and buy some more. They are both done. This was where I was the last time you saw it. I can't remember if I'd already done this or not. However, both are done. They have heels. I like the integrated heel by Ailbíona McLochlainn. That's it here. You can see it there. And there. Yeah. A really, really nice pattern. I don't know if you can see. Is there detail on it? It does look like wee snowdrops. You're going up the leg. I am really, really happy with this. Now the yarn modifications, I'll do that first while I'm speaking about it. In the pattern, it asks you to do a Turkish cast on, where you cast on 22 stitches. That is way too big for my foot. So I just did the normal wedge toe. I just done the normal wedge toe, the cast on in the pattern. Sorry, I should say what the pattern is. These are now, on Ravelry, they are called the Snowdrop socks. On the pattern, they're called Winter Snowdrop socks. And they're by Sara Morris. I'll leave links down below to the Ravelry page. If I can find somewhere else you can get it, I'll link that as well. The heel in the pattern was a wrap and turn heel. I done the integrated heel because that's the heel that I like. The yarn. Do I have a ball band? I don't think I do, because I think Patch ate it. Oh, here it's here. Is James Seabright Funny Feets. It is shade FZB10. It is a 50% superwash wool, 25% polyamide, 25% bamboo. You get 400 meters in 100 grams. Maybe we'll see that part actually without it going seriously wonky. Yeah, 100 grams. It was alright. The socks feel nice enough. Don't get me wrong, the socks do feel nice. However, can you see the splodges in other colours? That really annoys me. I don't mind stuff like that if it's hand dyed. Now this is commercial. You'd think they would have sorted that. It's not horrendous. I'll use them, but yeah, I don't think I'd be going out my way to buy any more of it, to be honest. If it was on sale, maybe. But the colours look dirty. All of them look dirty. I'm going to show you a comparison. Okay, so we have this. These are hand dyed socks. These are commercial. The yellow on this one's a lot brighter. The blue's a lot brighter. The pink's a lot brighter. And there is absolutely no... 2 seconds. I'm trying not to dip it in my tea. There is no splodges in other colours anywhere in it. If these were hand dyed, wouldn't bother me. They're commercial. You would think that sort of stuff would have been sorted. So yeah, not my favourite. I have absolutely don't know how much I paid for that, to be honest. Not a fan of the Funny Feets. I'll see how it wears, but love the pattern. It's a free pattern on Ravelry, sorry. And yeah, the lace pattern on the front was really nice. It was kind of nice not having anything to do on the back, so that went just a wee bit quicker. The yarn, I think the least said about the yarn, the better. before I start offending people. It's not my favourite. Obviously, I wouldn't consider myself to be a yarn snob by any means. I do love a good acrylic. James C. Brett, can honestly say I've ever had that sort of issue with any other yarn for James C. Brett, because I do like normally James C. Brett. The funny feet's not so much. Not a major fan. However, I do have a nice pair of socks. I used 68 grams or 272 meters. I have decided to stop splitting them off into 250-gram balls. I do prefer doing my socks two at a time. However, in order to knit while working, I can't do two at a time socks. I had to rip back a good chunk the first time when I first started knitting at work, because I would do, if this was like sock 1 and this was sock 2, I would put row 1 on this sock, row 2 on this sock, row 3 on this one, row 4 on that one. So I'm just going to stick to single socks. I don't suffer from second sock syndrome. I do prefer two at a time socks because it just means they're both finished at the same time and I don't have to wait as long to wear socks. I used a 2.25mm higher sharp. Yeah. I will link the Snowdrops pattern down below, as well as the integrated basic socks with integrated heel by Ailbíona McLochlainn. Yeah, at least I've finished something now. So I'm going to say, at least I've actually managed to finish something. This year, my goal is to craft 15,000 metres. So far this year, I have finished my anthology throw by Helen Stewart, which was 1,491.64 metres. The socks used 272 metres, which brings my total outgoing so far to 1,763.64 metres, which isn't that bad. Could be better. Previous incoming, I had previously brought in 3,340 metres. And my wee spendy spree has brought in another 3,105 metres, which means I have brought in to date 6,445 metres, and I don't even care. It does not bother me in the slightest. I'm not going to worry about it too much, obviously. I have a lot of 4-ply projects on the go just now. So obviously once I finish them, I'm topping up my stash. To target, that means I have 13,236.36 metres. Again, it's the beginning of the year, I'm not really that bothered. I have not finished any crochet projects so far this year. As I said before, the anthology throw and the Snowdrop socks have brought my total for knitting up to 1,763.64 metres. I've not done any spinning. Well, I have done spinning. I've just not finished any spinning. And I haven't even attempted to work with loom. So yeah, not great. I am again taking part in the Ravelry Project Challenge. My challenge this year is to craft 30 projects in 2023. If I am to complete that goal, I'm going to have to shift my backside. So far this year I've finished 2 projects, which is 7%, which is what it is. Let's be honest. I think the last count I had 25 projects on the needles at the moment. Is that right? Yeah, 25. So I would really only need to knit. If I finish all those projects plus... Oh, that's not right. Because I was going to say that would be 5 projects that I would have to finish, but I've got So I've got 20 projects on the needle that could possibly be finished. I have 5 scrappy projects, which there's absolutely no chance at any of them getting finished. C2C blanket, maybe. Possibly. So yeah. I need to hurry up. Coming back to my Advent socks. Now I have an apology to make. I'm sure it was the last episode. Sally can tell me later. I'm sure I'd said in the last episode that Sally told me to pull it for the outside. No, she didn't. She never told me to pull it for the outside. I got myself thoroughly confused. I know Alex had said that you pull the pre-bound balls from the outside. Actually, I'm going to shut up here because I don't know if that was... No, it does. It says on it, pull it for the outside, because it obviously stops the yarn bar coming through the middle. But, it doesn't. So, Sally did not tell me to pull this yarn for the outside. Not that I've done it anyway, because I'm pulling it for the inside. So, it doesn't matter. So, where was I the last time I showed it? I was here. I've not done a huge amount. Well, technically I have. This is where I was last time. So, that would be around here. So, it'd be about here on this. I have put in, I've done the heel turn, done the gusset increases. Am I increasing the gusset? Yeah. Done the gusset increases. Turned the heel. Now I'm decreasing the gusset back down. As you can see here, I'm decreasing the gusset back down on both socks. So, I don't know how I managed it, but my socks have went a bit wonky. But again, this is... Do I have a yarn ball? I'm going to apologise for this being all over the place. Note to self, do not record after work again. This is Spinning Blather 24... I can't read backwards. 24 stripe Advent yarn 2022. This is called, if you excuse the teeth marks caused, patch decided to chew on it, Jolly Holly Bobs. This was a gift from my lovely, lovely friend Sally. It's a 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. You get 350 metres and 100 grams. It works at about 67 grams per skein, is the word I was looking for. So you get about 469 metres and 134 grams. This is Spin and Blather's card. I'll leave a link down below to Spin and Blather as well. They do... I'm going to read it and then I'll show you the back of it. They do self-striping sock skeins, self-striping gobstoppers, 24 stripe Christmas Advent skeins, variegated yarns, and landed in my tea. And speckled yarn. Can you read that? Absolutely stunning. I love this yarn so much, and it came in a bag. Absolutely love it. What have I been working on while I've been working? Did a bit of Stephen West while I was working. What else did I do? Cowl. Worked on my cowl while I was working. What else have I worked on while I was working? Did do my February socks while I was working. However, I need something I can just go round in circles with. That's got a bit of a pattern. mucked it up and had to restart them. Worked on the Starflake. Done a couple of rows of the Starflake while I was working. The Festive Cheer Cowl. Again, done that while I was working. In fact, it's actually all these projects, with the exception... No, every single one of my whips I have worked on while I was working. I don't get a huge amount of time to put work in it, but I get some. So what I am going to do is why have I got 2 stitch markers? I nearly counted for the wrong place. Right, so that's then been moved up. Absolutely love it. Thank you again, Sally, for the yarn and all the goodies. So that's that one done. Well, it's not done, but you know what I mean. All my socks will be entered into Denise from Dear Designs #Year of the Sock 2023. You don't have to follow the prompts. If you finish a pair of socks, you can add them in, as long as it's in a particular month. So obviously if I finish them, will be ridiculous. I finished those socks tonight. No way harm. But I finish them tonight, upload it tomorrow, it'll be classed in the month of February, because they were uploaded in February. So yeah. If you are wanting to do the prompt, it can be a pattern, it can be, I think Denise said the designer's name for certain ones. So like Violet, if the designer's first name is Violet or their last name is Violet, I think. Actually, I will get you to check Denise's one, because I've been known to be wrong. It can either be the pattern has something with a prompt in it, or the yarn reminds you of the prompt. So I'll leave details to Denise's McLochlainn down below. Next, I may be slightly obsessed by Mr. West. That's the wrong waist bag. I may be slightly obsessed. Now, I am not going to be running through for the Starflake, and I'm not doing the Starflanket, so that doesn't matter. Stephen West. My next project is Mr. West. Now, where is the front? I need to get untangled. So, it's a wee bit scrunched because I'm keeping it on the same needle. This is the Starflake by Stephen West. It would help if I went the other way. So, there's that. That's my parallelograms. I have finished section 2. That was supposed to be brioche. Went for the garter instead. And I am currently working through, it's either section 3 or section 4. I've done that bit. And now I'm just doing, I think it's short rows or something. Yeah. That is where I am. Now, while I do that, I am going to move this stitch marker up. So I'm going to move the stitch marker up just now. I'm making absolutely no modifications at all. You do get the garter section in with the pattern. I am using a medium grey, my own hand dyed, which is why it's a bit botchy. This is a medium grey. This is a I think that's sapphire, that colour. They're both 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. You get 400 metres and 100 grams. Yeah. And I am using a 3.5. Clearly not a Drops Classic, because this is a high sharp. This I will be entering into Mandy from Mouses Makes, hashtag Starflake. Now that runs until the 28th of February. I should be able to get it finished after 2 weeks. I'm not panicking yet. I'm not that far away from finishing. I don't think there's that much left to do. I am still, however, just to show you, I have this much left in my blue. I have that much left in my grey. And I have 2 full balls. So, I don't think I'm that far away for finishing. I was going to say I'll show you my iPad. I can't show you my iPad because you're on my iPad. Actually, what I'll do is I'll quickly bring it up because I think I need to make a decision. I should be able to get it finished. I'm being optimistic. This year I'm being positive and optimistic. That's my plan and I'm totally sticking to it. I do think I'm going to be able to get it finished. Might be by the skin of my teeth, but my manager has said that we have a meeting first thing tomorrow morning. So if I strategically place my iPad down here somewhere and keep my hands down here, I can knit. However, she mentioned that her manager knits through her meetings, so she might not be too bothered about it. I've done section 5. I'm on section 6 at the moment. Yeah, I'm on section 6 at the moment. I've done row 8. I think I might be on row 9. So I've got section 6 to finish. And then section 7 is just the border. Section 7. So that's what, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, you've got the option of adding 8 more rows. At the moment, I would like to add more length to mine. Once I get to section, once I've completed section 7, because that gives you, so you do 6 rows for the border, and then it gives you another 8 rows to do on top of that. I might just do the full, how much is that, 14? I might just do the full 14 row section and then bind it off. To be honest with you, I think it's just yarn overs. Yeah, it's every second row there's a yarn over row. The extra border rows adds an extra 174 metres of contrast yarn, but you can stop it early. Yeah, well, I haven't even broke into mine yet and I'm in section 7. Section 7, section 6. I'm on section 6 and I haven't even broken into my setting colours yet. So yeah, that's my plan for that. 3.5, Mandy's Make Along. The Starflake is a paid for pattern on Ravelry, or you can get it either on, I think it's westknits.com. Again, I'll leave that link down below. And I had missed one out a minute ago. My next project. I have absolutely no idea where the ball band is. You realise I'll finish these socks and then the ball band will appear. These are the library socks by the Kitchen Sink Shop. Again, I'll leave details down below. This absolutely stunning colourway. Right, I would like to point out, see this flashing here is not that obvious in real life at all. I don't mind flashing, to be honest with you. So even if it was blatantly obvious, I'm not fussed. However, absolutely gorgeous. Now, I'll stick this in here so you can have a wee squiz at the pattern. This is the pattern here. Now, I put stitch markers in after I finish the pattern repeat because I'm doing them one at a time. Hand out, face and everything. Because I'm doing these one at a time, or as the word is normally used, individually. I'm going to put stitch markers in for each of the repeats. That way when I come back on to doing the second sock, I'll just transfer it over, and that way I'll know it's done. Modifications for this one, again, I don't remember what the heel is in this, but I'm just going to put the basics, the integrated heel. I'm just going to put the integrated heel in, because that's my preferred one. I love this. This is my happy place. Now, I had done, I think it was about 20 repeats. And it looked all lovely because the toppy, it was like that. And then I knitted on it all day while I was working. And I had like proper rib all the way down. So, ripped it out, started again. And that was on both socks. It wasn't just one, I've done it on both. So I've ripped them all back, reskeined them, and I'm going to, that doesn't look right, that's fine. I'm just going to keep working on them. The library socks are a free pattern on Ravelry. I will be entering these again in Denise's hashtag Year of the Sock 2023. And I don't have a progress keeper in it. I'll use this one. So I will, to mark where it was. So I was there. And I'm just going to keep working on it. Now that I am live, I don't know how much spare knitting time I'm going to have. So that might have to go to knitting on them at night. Is there anything else? I'm knitting them on a 2.25mm higher sharp. I will try to find the ball band. It is on this desk somewhere. I just can't, for the life of me, remember where I put it. I've had to move my desk. And where I would normally keep my belly bands or the yarn tags, can't find it. Either that or Patches ate it, which is also a possibility that Patch has eaten it. Or it might be in my notebook. I'll have a look and hopefully I can find it by the next podcast. So, my next project is the project that I have worked on the most. And this project I'm needing to put in a bigger bag. So, this is my festive cheer cowl by Yarnia Designs. This is so nice. I'm not going to lie, this is giving me warm fuzzies. Absolutely love this. I am currently halfway through doing my yellow section. That I kind of hope would have striped better. That's what it is. What I'm trying to do, if you can see, is have like a tonal or a solid colour followed by a patterned solid or tonal, patterned all the way up, which worked until I hit there. It's technically patterned, just no greatly. Right, I'm going to move my cup of tea over here because at some point I'm going to hit that off. It's slightly patterned. Yeah. Absolutely loving this pattern. Now, this is a paid for pattern on Ravelry. I don't think it's that expensive. It's £6 for the pattern on Ravelry for this. It is a really, really nice pattern. I am doing the larger version, which I'm sure is 24 segments. I've just put large. That didn't help. I'm sure that's the larger section where you do the 24, or you can do a smaller version where it's just 12. I'm doing the 24. Yeah. Now, that I'm pretty sure is a rusty ferret. That is drops, rusty ferret, drops, West Yorkshire spinners. Absolutely no idea. Absolutely no idea. West Yorkshire spinners. This one was absolutely no idea what that one is. Could possibly be cayenne pepper, but again, not too sure. This is a Kinko zigzag. Possibly this one or this one might be a My Yarny Corner one. It's not My Yarny Corner at all, I'm a liar, because I would have taken that out. One of them might be a Attic Spin Dye, but again I'm not sure. Don't know what that is. And this is a Attic Spin Dye. The black is Drops Fable. Loving it. I'm using a 3.25. Is it? Yes, it is. I'm using a 3.25mm high sharp. I get big long sections where I can just knit, and what I tend to do is at night I'll put that in and get the next row started, or if I'm on a complete break I'll do it at lunchtime, get this bit done because it doesn't take that long, and then I can keep going. I will swap my stitch markers over. So yeah, that is another one done. I think I'm getting to the stage right now where I might need to have a look at what other colours I've got for putting in, because I think I've done that colour. Oh, that one is Knit by Numbers. John Arbin Knit by Numbers, that is, because that's that there. So yeah, still loving that. I have done, how many sections have I done? Because I think I'm getting to the halfway point. 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, once I've done this, that's me halfway. So it shouldn't be too much longer until that's done. And I said it was a free pattern on Ravelry. I will link it down below as well for anyone who's wanting to give it a try. Is that all my whips? The festive cheer cowl I'm putting into Danny from My Yarny Corner's hashtag Take It Easy make along, and that make along is for make something that you find relaxing. That's going to go in it because that's just an easy TV knit. That make along runs until the 1st of June. I said that Mandy's make along runs to the 28th of February. Denise's make along runs until the end of the year, but again there's prompts each month. Yeah, got up. My final whip, I'm very excited. The last time, again I'm not going to run through the yarns for this. This is The Vertices Unite by Stephen West. As you can see, there's a tippy tip and there. I have done section 1. I did pull back. I think the last time you seen it, I was here and I'd ripped it all back, redone it again. I was there. I hadn't touched this in ages. It was a good wee while for the last time I'd done it. I've not done that much. Well, I have. But, see, I've done this. That is me now done the first part of section 3. I love that. Now go back so you can see. I absolutely love that. This marks, I think from here you have to do X amount of repeats. I've got my wee penguin stoppers. I've got a cable on this side that goes the full length. I think I'm now working to here. And if I remember correctly, am I decreasing at this point? I'm keeping that the same. I think I'm only at this section. I think that just goes straight up. Yeah. This is just another one that's going to be going into the Take It Easy Mal. What was the other one? Test Your Limits was the other one. This doesn't test anybody's limits because it's Gara. I'm trying to remember how many repeats you've done in Test Your Limits. The plan will be for the Test Your Limits mal that Danny and Alex are running. I'm planning on doing the brioche in my star flanket. I'm making the star flanket as well. So the plan is I'll enter that into that make along. Again, I'm just going to keep working on it. This is more than likely going to be what I knit on while I'm supposed to be working. Well, I will be working. While I'm listening is a better way to put it. This is what I'm going to be working on while I'm listening. Because it is literally just backwards and forwards. So yeah, that's where I am. I will move this stitch marker. So that is that one. Again, they're all my yarny corner. I will link, rather than going through it every week, especially if it's been on the needles for a while. Obviously, the Vertices Unite was in last month's podcast. It was in the Vlogmas. It was in the podcast in December. If it's been on the needles for a long period of time, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to link my project page. It will have details of all the yarns that are getting used, with the exception of the festive cheer cowl, because I've not really been tracking what yarns I'm using. If I know, I'll stick it in the notes. That'll be an easier option. Yeah. So that is all I've worked on. Well, it's technically not, because I did today pick up the star flanket, only because that was at the other side of the room and I couldn't actually be away from my computer that long. Whereas I could discreetly pluck it from behind me. Vertices Unite, again, is a paid for pattern on Ravelry or the West Knits website. I'm using a 3.75mm higher sharp. Yeah. And I'm making absolutely no modifications whatsoever. I am doing the larger version because I'm wanting to use up yarn. That was the word I was looking for. So, nearly there, folks. As I was saying earlier in coming in, I have, when was it? Was it was it Wednesday? No, it was Friday, because we were discussing other stuff with Andrew. I had brought in, obviously, 6 skeins. When I purchased the 3 from Mandy, I knew I wanted to use the 3 of them together. Couldn't quite pick a pattern for it. The lovely Nancy from Kitty Scrapper podcast very kindly helped me pick. Now, the original plan was, obviously I'll stick pictures in at both ends. So the 3 that I bought from Mandy, which was the sky blue pink, the passion and the romance, Nancy and I had originally decided they would look lovely in the Doodler by Stephen West, because let's be honest, I'm obsessed. So that was what was going to happen with them. However, that does require a bit more of a contrast. So what I decided to do was take the 3 from my yarny corner, stick a picture in there, and use them in the Doodler. And the 3 from Mandy, which again is these ones, I am planning on making Pegona by Stephen West. Now, I think that might possibly be brioche. No, it's not. It's stockinette and reverse stockinette, so that's fine. That's perfect. I will possibly maybe need to ask Mandy what way they should run, because she'll be better to advise me what way they're on. Obviously, because I'm using 3 skeins, it's going to end up like a schlanket. Does it say that you can use 3 skeins? Knit seamlessly with 3 skeins, yeah. So, yeah. So that is definitely made for a 3 skein shawl. So I technically could. So that's why I purposely chose that. It's not I technically could. What I'm going to do is I'm going to ask Mandy if she can let me know what order they should run in. And I'll mark it on the belly bands. So that's that one. However, and this is where I said, oh, I've just had a thought. The other project that I'm wanting to make this year, because I'm joining in with Mandy's Stephen West marathon over on Ravelry, is the Slipstravaganza shawl this time. Because obviously, you know, I've done the blanket. My plan is I'm wanting a blanket to go with the shawls. So, Verities Unite, if I do a large one, that can either be a shawl or a blanket. And I've got the Garter Squish, which is pretty much the same thing. I think it does have, if I remember correctly, some Garter blanket that's modular, which is bigger than Verities Unite. Nancy, if you know, can you let me know? Because Nancy knows everything about Stephen West. She is our cult leader. He's the main cult leader. She's the regional cult leader. I'll need to go back. Again, this is why you don't watch podcasts when you should be working. Because I had to answer a question and I forgot to pause it. So I'm going to do that one. I'm going to do the Pegona. I'm doing Star Flanket. I'm doing Slipstravaganza. The other one that I was going to do is the Slumber Shawl, which, if I remember correctly, is a 3? A 2? That's 4 colours of yarn. Yeah, I don't have yarn. That could pose a problem. That's the other one that I need to find yarn for. So, I'm wanting something nice for the Slumber Shawl. Yes, I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do. If you do have any suggestions, if you let me know, muchly appreciated, of what that would be nice in. Obviously it can't be too woolly because I like having skin. Nothing with alpaca in it, nothing with mohair in it. I don't know what to do. So that's what I have lined up. So I've got Pegona, the Doodler, and Slipstravaganza. Slipstravaganza, I've got the pattern. I just need to pick. That's what I actually went on to check. Yeah. Slipstravaganza, I'm pretty sure it's a 5. The other thing that I've got lined up, well, haven't got lined up, I've got semi lined up, is I bought Fancy Pantsy. Not gonna lie, Alex from My Yarn Corner leads me astray constantly. I have absolutely no willpower whatsoever, none at all. Absolutely no willpower. I think that's 4-ply. The Fancy Pantsy is 4-ply, and I think you need 4 colours, or is it 3? 3 colours of finger and mate yarn. I had originally decided to do it because I thought it was 3 skeins. It can't be 6 skeins of yarn. Don't talk rubbish. That can't be right. Because it doesn't even make that for a jumper. Yeah, I think the plan's going to be... Yeah, I'll need to check. So that's another thing that I'm contemplating on doing. I don't know whether to do that with scraps or I could always buy yarn to make it. That's the plan. So, back to my original thing, which was looking for... Shirt pants is up. Looking for slip extravaganza. Slip extravaganza, I think that might be a 4. Yeah. 2 main colours. 2 main skeins. 2 main skeins and 3 contrast colours, so it's like a 5 skein shawl. That's doable. That is very, very doable. 3 contrast colours have to be 365 metres. So if I figure out where the contrast colours are going, what I might do is have the main colour a semi-solid tonal or tonal and variegated or striping for the 3. However, the yellow from Denise's, the bright pumpkin, I'm thinking about putting that in it. I think that would be nice. So that was my plan for that one. Yeah. Shirt pants is getting rather restless. So yeah, that is my plans. Again, I'm going to try, that's me on my proper shift pattern now. So I'm going to try to, plan will be to update the show notes as I'm going from here on in. So the projects that I'm working on, I'll keep them up to date with what I'm working on. When I finish on when I finish on Wednesday night, you're going to see him jump out there in a minute. Because this is what he does to jump out. Yeah, when I finish on a Thursday night, I'll quickly, because obviously I'm here, I'll quickly check to make sure everything's been done, everything I need to mention's been put in. That means on a Friday morning when I wake up, I can just get straight to the recording. That will give me Friday night to edit and take pictures. Friday night to edit and take pictures. Saturday upload, do all the YouTube stuff on Saturday, make it go live on Sunday. That's my plan going forward. I will try to make it every 2 weeks. It was only a wee bit longer because unexpected stuff. Like falling behind in your first week of training because your stuff wouldn't work. Caught up now, finished training, proper shift pattern. So yeah, Miss Arya is fine. She has done her 4th blood donation. Mr. Patch went with her so he can see what it's like being a blood donor. Wasn't that interested, fell asleep halfway through it. So he'll keep going with Arya when she does her blood donations. Andrew's fine, Ryan's fine, working away. So yeah. Knit Natters are still on a Wednesday at 8 PM British Summer Time and a Friday at 11 AM. Obviously, if you're wanting Kamit, obviously if you would like to join the Zoom Knit Natters, drop me a line on Instagram or I think my email address is down below. I'll provide you with the details. Yeah. It is now late. I am going for dinner and take pictures. I'm waiting on him coming out because the minute I say that I'm going to go, he's going to jump out. Are you coming? Are you going to show everybody how clever you are at jumping out? Come on then. Is she coming? Where's Mum's boy? Come on then. Come on then. That is how easy he jumps out of there. Are you coming to say hello to everybody? Are you? Are you coming to say hello? Come on then. No, off the table. You're not allowed to stand at the table. Are you saying hello? Are you saying hello, lovely peoples? Say hello, lovely peoples. I'm getting a big boy now. Mr. Patch has... And this is where it's going to flash chest at everybody. Mr. Patch has finished all his injections. Haven't you? You're a big boy now. You're all vaccinated and you're all wormed and you're all flea treated and don't like my face. Leave it. No. Leave. Go lie down. Good boy. He has... Well, that's his vaccinations completed. He's now 16 weeks. It's 16 weeks, 17 weeks. It might be 17 weeks, actually. Yeah, I've lost track whether he's 16 weeks or 17 weeks. I think it might be 17 weeks. Yeah, that's all my news. I hope you have a very, very crafty few weeks, and I'll see you back here again next time. Bye!